Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel with some more COD Blocks 3 action right here. Well, what can I say? Now COD Blocks 3 is my go-to game. That is the game that is lodged in my PS4 and that's the game that I fire up every time I turn it on. So yeah, it's my go-to game officially right about now. Want to big up the On Your 6 squad as always. Crack squad of commandos issuing out justice in every form, whether it be pipes, whether it be nades, whether it be freaking bullets, raw bullets, man. It's all good, you know. I'm loving playing this game with the squad. Considering that the original squad that my fellow squaddies were in were basically steeped in COD, and I'm more or less the rookie in COD, so it's basically a welcome addition in my gaming life to be involved with these guys and to actually be playing COD in a more enjoyable way, and just want to big them up for that. But anyway, going a bit off topic today, I want to talk about the Oscars. Yes, the Oscars. Didn't watch it last night, not because of some idea of basically boycotting the event. I'm just not asked in waiting up from like 2 o'clock in the morning to basically watch TV to see which white actor or white actress won this or that. Is not even boxing anymore. It's like I just don't have the energy to basically sit up like till 2-3 o'clock in the morning to watch a boxing match. You know what I mean? I'm 51 years old and I just can't be fucking arsed, man. Do you know what I mean? Seriously. So it's not a race thing to begin with. But we are speaking of race. Now, waking up this morning and being bombarded by the winners and losers, and especially with Chris Rock's take on the whole situation, in which I think he handled it pretty good. The number one question, the first question he was asked, or that was he asked himself and the audience rhetorically, was, is Hollywood racist? And his answer was, yeah, you're damn right, Hollywood is racist. And I will add to that, not only Hollywood is racist, America is racist. And England, and Scotland, and Ireland, and Wales, and France, and Africa, and Russia, and the whole of Europe. You know, basically what I'm trying to say is that the whole world is racist. Some parts of the world are more racist than others. Some people in certain parts of the world will experience more racism than others. And I have to say on top of that as well, that racism is not just a black and white thing now, it's a black on black thing as well. Because, you know, it's very usual to see white people hating black people, but it's unusual for me to see black people hating their own fellow black people. And for example, in the news recently, you had a cast of Indians fighting against another cast of Indians by cutting off their water supply. For one, you got one set of Muslims fighting against another set of Muslims to the point where they're actually beheading each other or giving freaking 2,000 fucking lashes and shit. And then you also got Africans who are racist towards Caribbean people and calling them slaves. You know what I'm saying? So racism is not just a black and white thing. You know what I mean? It's multicolored, mate, you know, and it's existing and it's alive and kicking in living color. Pardon the pun. But my opinion of this whole quote unquote lily white Oscars, as Spike Lee basically put it, is to say this. It's not just about the diversity of the actors that get certain movies and are subsequently nominated for Oscars that is the issue for me. What is the issue for me is that is the diversity in roles that black people play. Now, we have won Oscars, you know, my brothers and sisters have won Oscars, but for the wrong fucking movies. For example, you had Lupita Nyong'o, I think, who won the Oscar for 12 Years a Slave. For what? Playing a slave. Then you had Halle Berry, who won the Oscar in Monsters Ball for playing a prostitute. Then you had Denzel Washington, one of the most distinguished actors of my generation, winning his only Oscar for playing a corrupt, drug-dealing cop. Who else have I missed? Monique, who won an Oscar in Precious for playing a child abuser. And on the flip side of that, I've got to add as well that we have an entertainer, well, he's no longer with us, called Smiley Culture. He done a tune called Police Officer No Give Me Producer. Police Officer No Bother Give Me Producer. Yeah, the #1 hit with that. Do you know he was offered $1 million to play a child, well, to play a paedophile in one of Sylvester Stallone's forthcoming movie? I think it was Cobra. It was around that time that film came out, so I would imagine it was that film, but don't quote me on that. But Smiley Culture was offered $1 million to play a paedophile, and he refused. He refused. And I have to give Smiley Culture the maximum amount of respect for that. Do you know what I mean? But funnily enough, talking about child abuse, the film that basically won the Oscars for Best Movie was Spotlight, which was a movie about journalists investigating child abuse in the Catholic Church, I think. And it's funny how a movie of that nature would basically win with an ensemble cast of white people and a black woman winning, I don't know if it was a supporting actress, for actually playing a child molester. I don't understand that. Why would you give an Oscar for a black woman playing a child molester? That don't make no fucking sense to me whatsoever. But anyway, for me, the whole race thing in the creative industry is that it exists everywhere. It exists all over the place. Racism, as we know, exists all over the world. In fact, I'll go even further. I have respect for those who would outwardly call you the N-word, straight up. You know what I mean? Whether it be on the street or on your freaking PS4 console. I respect those because at least you know where they stand from the get-go. It's the ones that use sophisticated measures of being racist. Those are the ones you gotta fucking watch out for. You gotta watch out for those quiet little fuckers, man. You know what I mean? Those are the dangerous fuckers. You know, they use sophistication, but don't want to make you know that they're racist. But my race dar is always active and always aware. It might miss a couple of times, but as my dear sweet missus who knows me for 23 years will tell you, it's like your intuition, my dear Rhythm, is spot on. You know what I mean? So I can't argue with that with someone who's known me for 23 years. So you got to watch out for those fuckers. You know what I mean? But overall, racism is basically here and it's here to stay. It just doesn't only happen in the freaking Oscars. My thing is that there needs to be diversity in roles, diversity with screenwriters and stuff like that, because we can't keep fucking playing gang laws or war laws and prostitutes and freaking, you know what I mean, drug dealers and shit. Oh, I forgot to mention another Oscar that went out for the best song. Now this year the best song went to Sam Smith. It can be argued who likes the song, who doesn't like the song, but it's not really relevant at this point. But a black dude, I forgot what his name was because he was so freaking memorable. He won an Oscar for the song featured in the film Hustle and Flow called Whoop That Trick. I kid you not, he won an Oscar for that. So what the fuck does that tell you about fucking Hollywood, man? You know, as long as we keep casting everybody as freaking potential huggy bears, man, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Newsflash. The world is racist, man. I'm a type of person within gaming, you know, I interact with anybody. You know what I mean? You know, I don't have to get into no freaking war of words to just tell them about them bumba clout. I just switch them off. That's the most easiest thing for me to do. But anyway, that's enough for me for now in this subject. We'll be getting back to more gaming related issues on the next video. So until I catch you on the next one, please let me know your comments below on the whole Oscar thing if you have any interest towards it. And I don't know, whatever else happens to take your interest in relation to this video. So it's with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. And as always, you know the coup. Whatever the game, media, format, genre, happy gaming, because that's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. And until I catch you on the next one, please stay black. My God.